price action trader, or you like to trade Forex with indicators. Either way, today I've got you covered. So let's look at price action. We're on the Euro USD as always. This blue rectangle here represents where the week started. Last week I highlighted this area here as a key area, and I showed you why last week this was a key area. If you remember, on the weekly chart I highlighted this little cluster of weekly candles. I picked the middle of it and put a line through it and just highlighted the fact that it was a key area in previous times. And then on the 1 hour chart I said that I wanted price to come down, stall or touch near or around this area and bounce upward. And these are the exact lines that I plotted last week before the market closed. And that's kind of what's happened all week, really. It's bounced near it a couple of times here, and most recently right here just a few hours ago today. So if you watched my video last week, you'll have been aware that we was looking to buy the market on or around this line here. We was looking for price to stall. So we want candles with wicks, and we certainly had a couple of rejections of this area all week long. If you'd have got anywhere near here, then you'd have probably had several opportunities to buy the market on the Euro USD this week. So next week, really what we're looking for is for price to push upwards. And eventually, I'm hoping that it will reach right up here on this key area here that I plotted several weeks ago now. And really, this is the target, but that's going to be quite a long-term target. So if price was to come back down to this area here, and if we saw price stall again around this area, we could look to buy. And of course, if that doesn't happen, if price just continues all the way up to this area, and this area is the 1.08280 mark, when price gets up to here, it might be next week, it might even be the week after, but when price gets up to here, we'll be looking for price to stall around this area as well. But ideally, next week, I'm only looking to buy the market because I think price is in a little bit of a range at the moment, and I'd like it to come back and test this area down here at the 1.04800 mark. So that's where I'd like to see price come back to and stall before buying it again next week. So that's what I'd like to see when it comes to price action on the Euro USD 1 hour chart. But let's go and look at our indicator and see what happened there on the Euro USD this week. So here we are again. We see the blue rectangle representing where the week started. And I said last week that what I would like to see happen is price to move up to roughly where this multi-time frame moving average line is. So instead what we've seen is price go not as high as that, but it certainly started going that way. In the meantime, we had a buy signal, which we didn't take because price is underneath this multi-time frame moving average. And as you know, if price is underneath the moving average, then we only look to sell the market. So this buy signal was completely ignored. But then earlier today, we did get this sell signal here, which was interesting because we would have a tight stop loss of about 20 pips, and we would have a take profit of about 40, a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. Now, it just about hit take profit before reversing, and of course if we hadn't have set our take profit at 40 pips, we'd have been stopped out. But luckily this just about hit our take profit, and it was a nice little simple trade with very little risk involved and a nice little profit. So for next week, price is remaining below the multi-time frame moving average. I would still like to see price return up here to somewhere near the moving average line. And if it does that and stalls and we get a sell signal, then that's what we will be doing. We will be looking to sell the Euro USD if price reaches this area here. Remember that I have a maximum stop loss of 50 pips when I use this indicator, and I use a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. So there are specific rules I use when trading with these indicators, which is based on the MACD here. There are videos explaining this indicator. I'll put a link here up in the corner, and if you want to go and view that, then you're more than welcome, of course. So when it comes to price action trading or using indicators to trade Forex, we can be successful using either method, but we have to have good rules in place, a good strategy, and of course we have to always manage our risk and reward when it comes to trading Forex. So hopefully this video has given you a little idea, a little insight into how I trade. If you'd like to see more videos, then please remember to subscribe, and here is a little playlist that you might find interesting to watch. Until next time, everyone take care, enjoy your weekend, and I'll speak to you very soon.